Namaskar everyone. Welcome to dosti. I hope you all are well and enjoying the spirituality along with the life that's going on. So last time we discussed about suicide and the occult practices that happened in the last few sessions. If you have not, if you didn't get a chance to see the last session, be the part of the last session, then you may please go to the highlights of death, and you can see all the death sessions that happened in the past from the very beginning. Namaskaram, Kalyani ji. Good to see you, Kenha Goyal. Okay. So the suicide, let's begin with suicide, where we left last time. What exactly make someone commit suicide? It's a very big question that basically people end up asking when they actually lose someone in life. Otherwise, nobody asks anyone that do you ever get feeling of committing suicide? In life, sometimes this thought, comes to 90% of the people who are alive. This thought struck their mind at least once in their lifetime. I also had this thought when I was in fifth standard. I didn't score well in the school, and I was always a scholar. So when you are used to of being on the top position, your parents are. So I just thought of committing suicide at on that, scoring less marks. I thought I should end my life because I have scored less marks in my exams. Then, after some contemplations, I realized what if I, stay halfway? I do not die completely. I end up getting injured in the process. I explored multiple options. There was no Google Baba that much at that time. So I just thought of, exploring few options. And then I realized that what if I do not die and I stay midway and stay dependent on others. So I just dropped the idea, and here I am alive today before you all talking about it. So the thing is that it's not that people do not get this thought of committing a suicide. Most of us might have, stuck with this feeling once in lifetime, but the only thing which makes you avoid committing suicide or taking your own life is that you just think of living, and it's only a blessing that you do not end up going ahead with it. It's just one thought which makes you commit such nonsense in life. Why is it nonsense? Because the creator has given you life, so creator only has the right to take away life from you. How is that? Your creator, my creator, has brought me in this world. But do you think we have the right to terminate and take away our life? No, none of us. So it's important to understand, even in our Vedic scriptures, it is written that you, only the bearer of this body, has the right to live, not to take away your life, because the creator only has the right to take or give you birth in this life. So it's important that we understand the very existence of our mortal nature, but we live with the awareness of not taking our own life, because we do not have the right. It's written in our all the scriptures. Even if you explore Garud Puran or any other scripture, you will read clearly, even in Gita, it is written that no one has the right to take their own life. So when people commit suicide, even I know few. One of my very close friend committed suicide. I saw her body hung to the fan few years ago, and yeah, we all were devastated. because something struck her mind, and in just heat of the moment on that particular night she committed suicide. So we all left with nothing in our hand at the end. So I would like to read whatever content I created for you now. See, today more people kill themselves than road accidents. This is the indication that things are seriously going wrong with humanity. Why people are dying more with committing with suicide than the road accidents? Why? Because the human has lost the essence of humanity. We are losing our own path. We have lost the track of being human. How is that? So, if we do not live like human, if we do not carry our values, if we do not carry our cultural values with us, we will lose our path and we will lose our purpose eventually of being alive. Once we lose our purpose, we end up being hopeless, being depressed, we end up getting addicted to certain substances, and then you go more deep in depression and you end up taking your own life, which is a very wrong practice. So definitely there is something wrong with the humanity. We need to address it. I think that there should be a subject called spirituality in the school. Once we nurture spirituality in young minds, they will never lose their path. They will always be aware of their mortal existence. I am highly inspired by Sadhguru and his ashram. Whatever gyan they give to their students, he runs a school as well in his vicinity. So his ashram, the students do sadhana for 6 hours in the morning, 5 hours sitting straight, not moving at all. And he says, Sadhguru says that I get so inspired seeing these young minds doing sadhana at such young age. If they know, if they are growing up with the awareness of their mortal life, if they are aware of the spirituality in their foundation years, imagine the life they would lead. They would not only be spiritually elevated, they would also be good at their professional front, because along with money it's very important to be aware of the mortal nature of to be spiritual. So spirituality and job qualification both should run hand in hand in the initial years of life, in the foundation years. So it's very important that we initiate these things in young minds and we impart little knowledge, not too much burden, but the education that is given to these young minds is to earn money. But there is no such education or subject which makes them live happily. You are supposed to earn, but you need to live happily as well. And how does it happen? You need to earn definitely to survive and sustain. But along with that, if you are going to teach them how to stay neutral in ups and downs of life, is the real purpose of life. How to serve others while earning, how to be empathic towards your habitat, your environment, your society, how to be loving, kind, and empathetic in life, how to serve is something that we need to teach to these young minds so that we lay the foundation of spirituality during their growing years. You know what is the real essence of our Indian culture? Hamari Vedic Sanskriti. It tells you from the day you conceive or even before that, you should have Garbh Sanskar. You should have certain spiritual practices which are being heard by the womb inside of you, which is basically the life that is happening inside you is nurturing with that spiritual wisdom. Food is being given on its own by the nature, by Almighty, whatever arrangement He has done inside the womb of a mother. But the spiritual practice only comes from what you hear during your pregnancy. So it's very important that, the basic foundation years when the child starts hearing, that is the time. Even in yoga, we teach prenatal, postnatal yoga. But in prenatal yoga, we have a module in which we teach them Garbha Sanskar. There are certain, this Havan practices, wherein you light fire and you recite certain mantras, which empowers the baby with the right spiritual wisdom. Once you lay the foundation during the initial years, initial months of their building years, then they end up becoming a highly spiritual soul. बाहर आने के बाद, when they take birth, there are certain more practices which we teach in postnatal program, postnatal yogic program. So that is how you end up laying a foundation years of spirituality in the child who's yet to be born. And it's only a duty of a mother who's carrying the baby and having that atmosphere at home, the entire family being part of that garbha sanskar is something that we all should appreciate and promote. This is the good cultural values that we Indian carried from our ancestors. These values are fading away, but obsessions of the young minds, young generation. So this is how we should always promote and support people who are seekers in life. So then if we actually end up sharing such knowledge with the society around us, we end up making people more human than being only technical. So when we are losing our values, the humanity is getting suppressed, and there is something very wrong going with the humanity, and thus we end up committing suicide. So no one can no one can really forgo the order of the god. You need to obey the order, but you can definitely turn the table with your right divine wisdom, with your sadhana. Once you are good at spiritual practices, you can burn your past karmas. Prarabdha of your past karmas you can burn. So whatever is destined to happen will happen. That's for sure. But once we know that, with certain spiritual wisdom, you can win. With certain spiritual wisdom, you can win over these thoughts, these wrong thoughts. Because, like I said, you do not have the right to take birth, and you do not have the right to even take your life. So, similarly, जब आपके पास में पैदा होने का हक नहीं है, your creator has the right, so your creator only has the right to take your life. This is how we need to accept it. So whatever is destined to happen will happen. So it's up to you how well you come out of such mess. If your mind is in mess and you are thinking of committing suicide, then you need to know how to come out of it. You need to work hard towards it. You need to nurture your mind. You need to give it the right food for the soul. You need to be with the right community. Take help of the right people, like most of the yogis or the spiritual seekers, or the ones who are spiritually elevated people. Take their help so that they support you in the need of the hour. But you need to acknowledge that you are undergoing through certain depression or certain thoughts which are leading you to become suicidal. It can be cured and corrected once you know that around you, if someone is thinking like that, then you must visit. See, I'm a big fan of Sadhguru. Sadhguru helps a lot of people to come out of this suicidal thoughts. And similarly, there are many more ashrams wherein you just end up gaining spiritual wisdom and you suppress these devil thoughts. So you need to stand tall. If you want today, you can find many reasons to end your life. If you want to be so depressed and negative in life, you will find many reasons to terminate your life. So, today if you start writing down, you will find many reasons to end your life. But if you want to live happily, you will find more reasons to be happy and live happily to the fullest. So it's better to be positive in life and accept the fact. Start writing your blessings instead of being depressed and writing your things which are not going your way. Start writing your blessings. Every day you need to be optimistic to lead a happy spiritual life. Happiness is a choice, it's not an option. You need to choose to be happy. एक जगह पे नीम के पत्ते पड़े हैं और दूसरी तरफ you have a good chocolates lying on the table. You would never pick up neem leaves, you will only pick up chocolate. So it's your choice that you ended up picking up something sweet which is good to taste, which will give you happiness. Similarly, when you start your day, you need to choose to be happy. You cannot be happy, there is no option. You need to choose, because nothing is in your hand. So how do you choose to be happy? Only by being connected to the divine powers. और ये जब आप डिवाइन पावर्स के साथ कनेक्टेड होते हैं, दिस इज द टाइम व्हेन यू रियलाइज your mortal existence and you go close to the divine powers. You become more human, you become more kind, and when you show empathy towards others, it gives you healing, it gives you happiness, and you get more reason to be alive than being suicidal. Try it out. I am telling you, even if you give one cap, woolen cap to the needy in winters, you will see the endorphin rushing in your blood. Endorphin is a happy hormone which you release with exercises. So if you end up lending a hand of help to anyone who is in need, would give you more reason to be alive, would make you more happy in life. It could be a good smile to the depressed or unhappy people who are walking, passing by. आपकी एक सुंदर सी मुस्कुराहट will make others smile at you. And when you spread this smile, and when you spread the happiness around you, the byproduct of spreading happiness is happiness in return. So the byproduct of happiness is happiness. You manifest your world by giving happiness and taking. Universe manifest your happiness and gives it back to you. That is the law of universe, law of nature. We all understand this law in spirituality very, very well. So that's why it is important to be spiritual in life, to read good stuff, to be around good people, and to gain the right wisdom to be able to lead the path towards happiness, to be able to lead the path to be near the mother nature. सृष्टि के पास रहना, अपने 5 elements को चार्ज करते रहना, 5 elements of nature which we are made of, right? We've discussed it in previous sessions. So you need to have more reasons to be happy in life than being sad. You need to choose to be happy. This is what I have told you already. So somebody said a few weeks ago that if I lose my parents, I will be all alone. What will I do? Right, Kalyani, very right. You said neem leaves. Choosing neem leaves is a good option. Yes. Given a choice, I would never take chocolate because I know the side effects of eating chocolate. But the benefits of neem leaves is basically living with awareness. So rather chew few bitter. So rather chew few bitter neem leaves than chewing chocolate because the benefits of neem because the benefit of neem leaves are more than the chocolate. So since you are aware, I know Kalyani very well. She is a good friend, and Kalyani is someone who is aware and conscious of every step she takes in life, and the glow on her face reflects it. So the spirituality, the more spiritual you are, the more aware you become of your actions. Thus, you choose happiness. You choose neem leaves over chocolate. Very well said. So, so I was talking about the someone who I met the other day, and she said that I will be all alone if I lose my parents, which is not true. Into spirituality, you will never be alone. What happens? What is the byproduct of spirituality? Byproduct of spirituality is prosperity, is attracting right kind of souls in your life, is manifesting the right world around you. When you manifest the right kind of world around you, you will never feel lonely. Right kind of people will come to you. Rather, only good souls will end up approaching you, knocking your door, and coming into your heart, making place in your heart only because of your sadhana, spiritual practices. I am not here to sell any product. I am just doing a seva. It's a free session, and I have been conducting these sessions like in the past few months. I do not have any personal hidden agenda behind conducting these sessions. The only reason is to impart the right wisdom which has made me happy throughout. And today also, I have been able to accept death so beautifully in my life that I want everyone to be aware of this spiritual practices. So, thus, I am conducting these sessions completely out of seva, service. So, the day you realize that God is with you, the day you start manifesting your own world, you will never be alone. So Anamika is here. Good, glad. I hope you are chanting Om Namah Shivaya, which I requested you to, and become Shakti yourself. Right? Anamika is a doctor and she is a good friend as well. And today only, when we met, I requested her to recite Om Namah Shivaya mantra while giving treatment to her patients, thus gaining. See, she is a physiotherapist and she has to touch people. She takes their energy, and in the process, she has to also, converse with the people because sometimes it is painful to treat patients. So I told her to gain that energy back, you need to recite, you need to chant some mantra, which is like nothing like Panchakshari mantra, which is just 5 words. Om Namah Shivaya. So this Panchakshari mantra is so powerful that regain, it will make her regain the energy that she has given to her patients to treat them, to heal them. So that is why it is very important to recite whatever mantra you feel is giving you power. Keep reciting it while working as well at the back of your mind. It will keep giving you the right wisdom and strength. Bal, ek nari ko और एक नर, दोनों, मेल and female both, needs that shakti, the strength. So that strength will keep on empowering you with the right wisdom and right wisdom and happiness in life. So you end up choosing right things. Just surrender yourself to Mahadev or any god that you believe in. When you surrender yourself to the divine energies, they take care of you. That's why it is important to have faith. In the next session, I would like to highlight on the word spirituality. What exactly is it, and why the spirituality is being taught to cancer patients? I have created a good content around it, and I would like you all to understand the reason behind being spiritual and being healer as well, and why the ailments heal when you are a spiritual seeker. So, on this note, I would like to take your leave. And since the session is only for 30 minutes, if you have any question, you're most welcome to ask or DM me. And we also are available on the phone number 8700127772. You can drop in a WhatsApp message or call. I will get back to you as soon as I can. I would love to answer your questions related to spirituality and make you all aware of the strength and the power that you collect with spiritual wisdom. Yes. It, start reciting it. It will give you the right wisdom to be happy and content and to be aware of your own existence. Namaskar.